These lives are weird. But anyway, I'm going to do it. So, today I wanted to do a quick live talk about how to get started doing real estate, how to find your first deal. You got no money, you got no time to go to meetings and do other BS stuff like that, but you still want to get involved in real estate. What can you do? What can you do? I don't know what that was. Well, what you can do is you can start off by educating yourself. Knowledge is the most important things, and I know it's not really that fun, but it is what it is. And so what you do is you stop doing the bullshit that's taking up all your free time that you do have, even if it's a small amount. At one point, when I first started out, long time ago, I worked as a bartender, drove a tow truck, and worked as a contractor all at the same time. I drove a tow truck at night, worked as a bartender on the weekends at night, and then I worked as a contractor, actually a handyman during the day. But anyway, not much free time because I also had 2 kids, so there wasn't much free time. But luckily for me, I did have some time, while I was being a handyman, to listen in on what the people that were hiring me were talking about, which at a point was mostly investors. So that did help, quite a bit. I'm not going to lie, I had some advance on there. Anyway, I was talking too much about myself. I apologize. Here's what you can do. Educate yourself. That's first and foremost. Then you need to go, oh shit, I have to have a real, specific badass deal. It's going to be really hard. What are going to be your requirements? Well, one, it's going to have to be close to where you live, because you're going to have to get there. More than likely, you're going to have to take a look at the property. You're going to have to maybe meet someone at the property, that kind of thing. So you want it to be close. So that's one requirement. Another requirement is that it's going to have to be something that you can contact the owners directly, so that you can have a conversation with them, tell them about your situation, be real honest about what it is that you are, what you're trying to do. I have nothing, and I'm trying to get something. Just tell them that. And just go through, exactly the truth of what it is. And, maybe you move into it for a while and fix it up. Do an owner finance deal. Maybe you can get away with not putting any money down and say to them, hey, look, I could give you some money down, but then I can't move in, and then I can't do what I need to do, and I'm going to fail. It's going to be harder, for sure. It's definitely more difficult because you're going to have to find that niche. But there's a lot of people that are willing to do that for you. They're willing to give someone a try if they can, right? And so what you got to do is you just got to make people feel comfortable. And when you get the knowledge of real estate by, reading books, doing some audio stuff, there's a lot of free audio books on YouTube and some other platforms that are great. Not just about real estate, but also about psychology, interacting with other people. I'm a big fan of Robert Greene. I'm a real big fan of Malcolm Gladwell. I think that's a lot of reading right there. If you just read all of those, books by those 2 individuals, you'd be set on the how to interact with people and how brains work on people for the most part. I don't think you can get much more than that. I mean, you can, but it's nuance at that point, right? If you're interested in it, cool. But I think that there's a lot of stuff that you can do that's free that you can fill your time with instead of watching a movie to relax. You just have to choose to read a book or to listen to an audio book. And listen to an audio book while you're doing the laundry and doing dishes. There's a lot of times I don't have time to listen to books, or I don't have time to read books when I'm working on a project or whatever. I just put on my headphones and put on an audiobook, and I don't get as much out of it, but whatever. But look, there are ways for you to get into real estate, get your first deal, owner finance, drive around and look at it, search on Craigslist, and just look and realize that I said it before and I'll say it again, if you might have to look at 100 deals to find one decent deal. So if you're at 3 or 4 and you think something's a deal and it falls through, well, that's good. Now you're one closer to being to that 100th deal. And you just got to have that mentality of it's a numbers game of try to look for as many deals as you can. Don't stop looking once you think you found something, because because you think you found something doesn't mean you actually did. And if you take a break from looking because you think you found something, if you didn't find something, you're going to now not have anything, blah, blah, blah. You get the point there. Anyway, there's some other options. You can do hard money loans. If the deal is a good enough deal, it's 65% of ARV minus repairs. So 65% of the after repair value, what the full retail value would be of it, minus what the repairs means, what it would take to get it from where it is to where it needs to be to get that full retail. So if it needs paint, carpet, that kind of stuff, and that's $12,000, you would subtract $12,000 from that offer. So if it's $100,000 full retail, it's $65,000 minus $12,000 brings you down to whatever that brings you down to. So you make a $53,000 offer, and you say they say, okay, you can go to a hard money lender, and they should loan you the money with no credit, and really just you paying the closing costs. Now there's some ways that you can even take care of those closing costs. Negotiate to get some money back at closing just to cover those closing costs isn't really a thing that most hard money lenders are going to do, but there's some other ways that you can go about that, bridge capital, that kind of thing. Anyway, there's always solutions. If you just have a problem, you really don't have anything but a complaint, something you're whining about. If it's a problem, then you have a solution, something you would rather have happen. So, don't have money, don't have time. Well, okay, when can you do two things at once? When can you multitask? Do you have to drive to work? Listen to audiobook. Do you have to take a shower? Do you have to use the other bathroom facilities? Audiobook. Whatever you can do to multitask and take care of more things at once. Especially like I mow the yard, it takes me a couple of hours. I can knock out a whole audiobook. And I don't really want to give up mowing the yard by paying someone to mow my yard. One, I got a zero turn and those things are fun as shit. And two, because I like listening to an audiobook. I like being able to, during the summertime, get on the lawnmower, do the little double handle things, spin around in circles, and listen to an audiobook. Fill that time with that. Search and search and search. If you're desperate for a place to live and you have no money, you're probably going to figure it out if you just hustle every day, make phone call after phone call, trying to find someone that will help you succeed in what it is your goal is, which is to find somewhere to live. And the same is true as if you're trying to find your first investment deal. You just have to be honest with what you have, maximize the value and the time they have. And if you have time and you don't have money, you're better off than someone that has money. Because people that have money don't have time to look for deals, they don't have time to qualify deals, they don't have time to qualify the people that they want to hire to qualify the deals. It's really, they throw money at stuff to solve problems, but they really aren't making as much as most people would think on real estate because they're just throwing money at stuff in such a way that they don't usually accommodate for that. When they're like, I made $60,000 off this deal, and it's like, well, you did $40,000 worth of marketing, you did this, 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 so really you only made $20,000. Anyway, you can do it. You can figure it out with whatever tools you have. If you doubt me, feel free to shoot me an email. Feel free to reach out to me on the website. Comment on this video wherever you're seeing it, on the Insta, on the YouTubes, whatever it is, the Facebooks. Feel free to reach out to me and say, hey, these are the tools I have. I can't do it. And I will be happy to prove you wrong. So reach out. You can find me on the website at levaholaventures.com. or reguideservice.com, reiguideservice.com. And I hope that you have a blessed day, that you bless others with your day. It is Friday, so plenty of time to drive for dollars if you get off on the weekends. If you don't have the weekends off, well, I'm sorry, but you should probably try to enjoy some point of your life besides just working. Don't just fill all of your time with work and responsibilities and then try to shove all of it in with knowledge. I just want to make sure that's clear. I don't want you to think I'm saying, shove every single solitary moment. You still need that meditation time. And I don't necessarily mean the om with your whatever. Relax. Things happen. Take your time. Don't be in a rush. If things don't happen fast, don't feel like you're a failure. I was around this business for years and years and years and years and years, just as a dumb handyman that people didn't really have a whole lot of respect or time for. And it took me a long time to start just investing in my own deals. And it took me a long time because I lacked the confidence. I lacked the confidence that I would have the desire or the want to do the things that needed to be done to make things happen. I didn't want to behave the way I saw a lot of other investors behaving. I didn't think I had the resources that I thought a lot of other investors had. And those were just excuses. And that's why I'm conveying the things the way that I convey them, is because I don't want people to think the things that I thought that delayed me in obtaining the things that I wanted to obtain in life. So that's why I say be blessed, bless others. Feel free to reach out. If you have any questions, I am always open and welcome to hearing any questions you might have about real estate construction, development, any of that kind of stuff. If I don't know, I will find someone that does for you. And I hope you have a wonderful Friday, a wonderful weekend. We'll talk at you soon. Bye.